Howdy folks. Just here doing, I guess, a little bit of unboxing with some Tekton tools. Yeah, so have the 61 piece screwdriver set here, and these all come very nicely packaged. At least I think so for what we're dealing with. I mean, they're screwdrivers, right? Nothing too delicate, but they all come nicely wrapped. I guess a little packaging where there's ripped, but not a big deal. So I ordered these guys. What else did I get? Also ordered a big impact socket set, one of the most complete sets that I could find that was somewhat reasonable in price. And I don't know how I feel about the sockets, but and then I also ordered and that socket set's 10 through 36 mil, 57 piece. Got an extension in there, and I think a swivel, and anyways, and then ordered a 3/4 by 40 inch breaker bar. That thing is beefy. I'll show you that here in a minute. And then, like I said, then the 61 piece screwdriver set. Now this used to be, up until like a month ago, like a 63 piece, and I think you used to be able to get them in the chrome or black, and now it's pretty much just the black. So not too much of a fan of that. I would have preferred the chrome. And then whenever you do an order, I think it's over $100, you get, it might be 100, don't hold me to that, might be a little more, but you get the option to choose some, you might say, free goodies. In this case, I had selected this conversion chart, metric to SAE, kind of a handy little thing. It's free, so why not? You add it on there in your order. So anyways, but there are our part numbers for what we're dealing with. And yeah, like I said, these come pretty nicely packaged. Got the big dingling freaking breaker bar right here. I mean, as you can see, this thing is touching the edge of the drawer here and runs all the way over. I mean, it's a 40 inch breaker bar. What do you expect? Seems to be pretty beefy, as I would hope. Got that's just a gear wrench reducer that I got on there to take it down to 1/2 inch from 3/4. And anyways, just kind of ran into a few times recently that having something with this much leverage would have been real nice. Also got to do a review on this guy. This was a nice, I'm glad I bought this. It's a Matco ratchet, just a 2 foot 1/2 inch, but that thing is nice. So anyways, that's that. But and then the impact socket set, for right now I've just got it here while I'm waiting to get some better socket rails. But yeah, so what I'll do here is I'm gonna unwrap these guys, and I'll probably pull this out and be back in a minute and kind of just give you a quick overview of these and my thoughts on everything so far that I've ordered out from Tekton. These are a US made product, so that's kind of what sold me on some of, even buying anything from Tekton. I think I'm done with SK completely now that they sold out to the Chinese. So that's kind of my thoughts there. And what else did I order from Tekton? Oh, I ordered, not that they're made in the US, unfortunately, but this little set, just kind of a trial to see what I thought of the impact sockets. And I'll pull this guy out here too in a minute. But that was my first real order from Tekton. And yeah, so got that guy now, the breaker bar, the screwdrivers, and then this big impact set. So like I said, I'll get these guys out a little bit and then be back in a minute, and in a blink of an eye to you, right? And show you guys these. All right, be right back. And we're back. All right, so got all these screwdrivers laid out here. Yeah, I'm pretty much just pulled them out, did a quick little look over, didn't actually count them. I'm sure I got 61 here, quite a bit, but I'll probably do a count anyways, because knowing my luck, I would be the one guy who gets shorted or something. But like I said, these are made in the US. They are marked with the size on the back, USA, part number. They have a nice kind of triangle style handle for really good leverage. That's kind of one of the things I liked about these. And I was getting some of my old Craftsman ones were just getting pretty worn out, and I never liked the really, you just could never get a super good torque on them. I mean, you can put a wrench on them obviously, but you know, I never really did that. I don't think a lot of people probably ever do. But so, you know, we got some long screwdrivers here, flatheads, Phillips. Got some nut drivers. I think there's a metric and a standard. Let's see. So there's our metrics, and these, yeah, there's our standards. And got some Allen keys. Those are standards. I don't think there might be metric. Oh yeah, they're right here. So we got the metrics, and then some torques. So those will be handy for sure. These torques, use those more than I thought I ever would. Especially, kind of anything heart fastener wise, I've kind of gotten away from on the Phillips side for just around the house type things. So a good set of stubbies. I think the old set, that was a 60, like I said, a 63 piece. I think it came with some more stubbies, if I remember right. I'm not sure. You know, they kind of, I think they pulled it off their website, or discontinued it on the website. It might still be there, but anyways, this is what we got. So these will cover me hopefully forever, and hopefully they hold up pretty good. You know, I mean, that goes up to a 10, and let's see, that looks like the biggest. There's a big one. So 1/2 inch on the nut driver. I mean, that's great, and you got some really good depth on it. It's marked on the end. I mean, these things just feel nice, so can't wait to kind of use them. Like I said, I do wish they were chrome though. I don't know, I think chrome just cleans up easier, and for screwdrivers I like the chrome. So anyways, there's those guys. And then this guy, like I said, this is what, the 57 piece. Then it comes with 3 pieces that are you know, non-socket related, just your drive tools. But yeah, anyways, so you got shorts and deeps for every size from what, 10 to, right, what is it, 36 mil. So had this little piece of cardboard in there. Might actually leave it in, but all these are going to come out and just go into a tray in my box, because you know, don't really ever see myself needing to transport them. If I do, I might just take 1 or 2 or some sizes. Who knows? Maybe if I go on a long road trip, you know, go somewhere, I might just throw them back in the case here for the trip. But don't anticipate these leaving the house much, because I have the old little Husky set that I've had for years, that I'd probably just travel with and throw that in the pickup with the impact wrench. Now, I will say, I wish that, I mean, I'd be willing to pay a little bit more if Tekton would polish these, like these guys here from Husky. They've got a real nice finish to them, and they're easy to wipe down and clean. The ones here from Tekton are more of a rough finish, the oxide finish, but not as big of a fan of that. I mean, like I said, I wish I looked for a long time for a set that was more of a polished set like these, that was still a, you know, non-skip set, and went at least into the early 30s on the metric sizes, because I was always using those early, you know, the 33, 34 millimeter on the pickup, working on it. So anyways, definitely wanted to get 30, 32. I mean, yeah, it just seems like those 32, 33, 34s I was always using on the Super Duty, and actually ended up borrowing one quite a bit. So anyways, and then I did, you know, like I said, I was going to show you this little guy here, and it is just basically, you know, your thin wall impact sockets for, you know, intended for wheel usage. And so that's a nice little kit just to throw in the pickup when you're going somewhere, maybe with the trailer, and bring the impact. So that, once again, same kind of finish as these sockets. They just don't clean up very well, unfortunately. So definitely want to use a lint free type towel. Paper towel doesn't, you know, leaves anyways, just drives me nuts. But that is what it is, I guess, unless you're going to pay the big money. So that's that. And then I forgot, I did have one other thing from Tekton that I had purchased. So I got the breaker bar, these sets, and picked up some of these, basically these wrench racks. I think that's what they call them, the rack. They had two different ones. One's like meant to hold it in there, and these ones are just the ones that leave in the drawer. But obviously I got SK tools and on this rack, fit just fine. But yeah, these trays, these racks are like $10 a piece. So definitely a space saver within the box, because before these were laid out all through here and transferring over to here. So this is a total space saver that I recommend. And I know a lot of guys use those, so nothing real special about them, but did buy those from Tekton as well. So there's the red one. So metric is kind of what I got in the reds. But yeah, anyways, that's kind of the story on the Tekton stuff. We'll see how it holds up over the long while, but yeah, initially pretty impressed, but God, I would kill for these things to be a polished finish like those Husky sockets. So with that said, guess I'll update anybody if anybody has any questions, but feel free to ask. And I kind of went gung-ho on all these because the pricing was going up on them, and been eyeing a big set like this guy for quite some time. So I figured it was just time to jump on it. With all the price increases on everything right now, I'll just buy it now and be done, and hopefully last me the rest of my life till I'm in the grave. Would be nice to get a standard set for this, but I do use the metric stuff a lot more, so yeah, but we'll see. Eventually might get a standard set on those, and I do have some cool socket rails coming as well, or racks, whatever, trays, socket racks, socket rails. So yeah, be showing those to you once I get those in there, and we'll go from there. Have a good night.